It looks like he's just double checking it. It looks like we are good to go now. It looks like we are about to get our next match on stream. Sandfall versus Testicular Jetta. I'm going to have such a hard time commentating that name.
Yeah. If I recall, Sandfall said he wasn't going his main this game. He typically plays Shulk, so I believe he's going Pyra Mithra today.
Okay, I mean, whatever works, man. I don't know. It's like,
Yeah.
I personally, I feel like it's easy to fall into the trap of playing quote-unquote top tier.
Yeah.
Despite, having never really, practiced them a whole lot, personally. I feel like Pyra Mithra is one of those characters that has a lot more fundamentals going for them than people realize. Especially, if you're just going to throw out the funny, blazing end, carelessly, then you actually are going to get punished by it. Especially if people, have played Pyra Mithra before and they kind of know what to expect.
Know what to expect.
But let's see if this pick works out for Sandfall. I mean, personally, I haven't really seen him play a whole lot, so who am I to judge, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, game 1.
Dr.Mario. That's not something you see very often.
Oh, yeah. I love me some Doc. Doc is actually one of my favorite secondaries to play, to be honest.
Really?
Yeah, I probably would play Dr. Mario main if I wasn't busy playing Meat Gunner and flaming people out with projectiles, but... yeah, Dr. Mario is actually a pretty underrated character, in my opinion, because you can get a lot of really good low percent confirms with Hill.
I feel like the only thing that's holding back is the recovery, which most people say, right?
Yeah, Dr. Mario...
He has the normals, he has the projectile, he has the hitboxes for sure.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, a lot of his skills actually are pretty decent in terms of hitbox, and that Mega Vitamin gets you a lot of really good, not only just percent and hit stun to combo alpha, but also actually has some decent shield stun as well. That being said, Pyra's broken.
That's a massive hitbox.
Yeah, Dr. Mario is definitely going to need to find those confirms if you want to make anything happen, but if Mithra Pyra just keeps boxing him out, then he's not actually going to have a whole lot to work with, which is probably, some of the reason why people call Doc low tier is because, he can't really get in, so to speak. Some characters just have simply better neutral tools, but if Doc can make something happen, then he can absolutely do like Sod to do some damage. Right now, it's not really looking to be the case. Sandfall's game plan is just too good right now.
Yeah. Sandfall has lots of experience playing sorties. He played Shulk, he played Ike before. He played, I think he played Lucina, so I don't think Pyra Mithra is like that much of a difference.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, if he's already used to sword characters, then he probably has a good understanding of keeping his opponent at a specific maximum range, right?
Yeah.
Making sure that they don't get any further than the end of their sword, which is to say, similar principle to fencing, right?
Yeah.
You want to make sure you keep your opponent at your specific range and at your sort of pace.
Like every character has like a danger zone, right? Like I know this character is going to hit me from this range, so I'm going to try to keep him out of the range. It's like fencing, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and I feel like, oh yeah, see, that back air was not quite safe on shield. If he had done it a little bit later, then he probably could have gotten something plus out of it. But unfortunately, he's not going to find anything. And now Mithra is hacking on 50%. Very nice punish from Sandfall, even if it was more so of a string than anything else. But Mithra, she doesn't really have to have true combos. She can just keep tacking on those plus frames every single time because the moves are just so safe.
Yeah. I feel like the Testicular Cancer is letting Sandfall get away with lots of these dash backs. He's not really overshooting for the grab, especially because Sandfall keeps on retreating with aerials. But then again, Dr. Mario might not have the speed to punish those properly because he's a lot slower than Mario.
With the right positioning, you can, but at the same time, you kind of have to have that positioning. And Sandfall's not really giving TC the opportunity to do that right now. And thank you, chat, for giving our opponent TC the nickname so that I don't have to say Testicular Cancer every single time. You guys are the real MVP. But yeah, honestly, yeah, so you can kind of see that TC is kind of like, I would even say that he's feeling a little bit nervous because he kind of, whipped that back air a little bit and then got a little sloppy at the Mega Vitamins. So maybe he's just kind of feeling like, yeah, this game's maybe a little bit out of my reach right now, and that trade will do it. Game 1 goes to Sandfall. Good stuff. Yeah, that moment with DLC privilege and sword advantage. Facts.
Well, only $5.99.
Yeah, I mean, hey, that's less than a full meal at the Habit in Santa Cruz, so hey.
Really?
Yeah, man, I mean, the Habit's is a teeny more expensive than your regular burger chain. I mean, it's still a relatively good price, right? It's still good food, by the way. But you know what it ain't more expensive? Registering for 11th hour at Santa Cruz.
It's free.
Yeah, it's free. It's free, man. By the way, shout out to Brayden, owner of 11th Hour Coffee, for giving us free venue. Like, this is honestly a first for us, and it's absolutely amazing. Anyway, game 2.
Ooh, switch to the Wolf this game.
All right. I'm going to be honest, I like Doc, but I understand why he made the switch, and I honestly think the switch is a lot better.
Yeah.
Because you have opportunities to, similar to Doc, you have opportunities to reflect the Pyra side B, and you also have a little bit more neutral to play with, both with Wolf's faster fall speed and with laser. Blaster is going to make a huge difference.
Personally, as someone who plays Wolf, I think he loses this matchup. But if you use Laser right, it's definitely playable. But Pithra is kind of like a swordy Wolf.
Yeah.
It's a swordy sheep, except they do a lot of damage and they can kill you.
Ooh, okay, so that up B from Pyra is going to get punished. Nice up air, but unfortunately doesn't confirm anything off the disadvantage state. Oh. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I actually got to take over from melee right now. I apologize. I'll be back to compensate later. That's a one, man.
Yeah. Nice forward air coming out to block the TC side B. That's going to take this stock. TC's doing a lot better this game with the Wolf than the Dr.Mario. But Sandfall's still keeping TC in a lot of bad situations, namely with Mithra.
Huh? What's up? What is that? Oh, it's a chicken sandwich.
Is that good?
Huh?
Is it good?
Yeah, it's healthy.
I like it.
Anyway, yeah, Sceptile back on the mic again. Anyway, yeah, so Sandfall, I remember on his Twitter, he said that he's not going to use Shulk at all. He feels like that the character he's been relying a bit too much on, like the fact that he has massive range. So playing like a character like Pyra and Mithra that can be a bit more fundamental based, hopefully it helps him in terms of his mentality. And honestly, he's been showing like his prowess with this character, especially for him, big Xenoblade fan, and he's doing really well, especially against the Wolf and the Dog.
Is it so he's a solo Pithra main now instead of Shulk?
For now.
Okay.
Like he's planning to go Pyra Mithra. He said he even has a Mewtwo at some point. But I'm pretty sure Pyra Mithra can handle like a lot of tough matchups anyway.
Okay, because I thought he was like secondary enough for today on there, so.
I'm pretty sure he said it for like this week. Okay, that's a grab. Down throw. Juggle situation. Tries to catch the air dodge in. God, Blazing End is just such a good move.
Yeah, it covers a lot of space and it's really active. If it hits full shield, doesn't it poke as well?
Yeah, it can hit full shield, it can poke. It just covers like so much area. He can even use it in disadvantage in some cases to actually like help him get off ledge. Oh, nice laser, but it trades with the Blazing End. And that's the thing, like with Blazing End is that if you ever in a trade, Pyra will always just win that trade anyway.
That's still on the roll. So set goes through Sandfall.
They had a draw. Okay. Wait, someone got a draw.
So they got a draw? Like, same percent too? Same stock, same percent? How? Santa Cruz is nice. The drive-thru was a little big. I had tutoring with my grandfather before this, so Pablo came up to Colma to bring me down here. But it's really nice. It's really green. This is nice. The air is nice as well too.
Okay, so what happened earlier is that on one of the other setups, there was a sudden death. So we had to go to the sudden death. So they had to make a sudden death rule set, which is 1 minute, one stock 3 minutes, and go back on the same stage. So that's a first. I wish that was on stream, honestly. I kind of wanted to see that one. But my phone's starting now. Okay, cool. Thanks so much. Yep. But yeah,